The war in Gaza has dragged on for years. Thousands dead, millions displaced, and a region on the brink of collapse. But suddenly, a plan appears. Not from the UN, not from Europe, but from President Donald Trump. A plan that claims to end the bloodshed, disarm Hamas, and rebuild Gaza. All while keeping Israel secure. Some call it the deal of the century, Part 2. Others call it an illusion. But what's really inside Trump's Gaza peace plan? And could it actually work? Before we dive in, hit like and subscribe if you enjoy deep dives into world-shaping events. It helps this channel grow and lets us keep asking the hard questions. In September 2025, President Trump unveiled a 20-point plan he called the path to peace through strength. It begins with a bold promise, an immediate ceasefire. All fighting would stop if both Israel and Hamas agree. Then, within 72 hours, every hostage, alive or dead, would be returned to Israel. In exchange, Israel would release nearly 2,000 Palestinian prisoners, including 250 serving life sentences. But that's only step one. Under Trump's proposal, Israel would withdraw gradually from Gaza, creating a security perimeter to prevent new attacks. While Hamas would be forced to disarm completely. Every tunnel destroyed, every rocket dismantled, every militia command center gone. And then comes the most ambitious part. A transitional government for Gaza. Neither Hamas nor Israel nor the Palestinian Authority would rule it directly. Instead, a neutral, international team of experts and Arab partners, backed by US funding, would govern Gaza temporarily. Their mission: rebuild the infrastructure, restore power, create jobs, and make Gaza livable again. In Trump's words, we're not giving them handouts. We're giving them a future. He promises billions in investment from Gulf states, from American companies, to turn Gaza into what he calls the Singapore of the Middle East. On paper, it sounds like a grand vision, one that could finally end decades of violence. But the world is split. Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu stood beside Trump when the plan was announced, calling it a historic opportunity for stability. The European Union called it a step worth testing. Even Qatar and Egypt, usually cautious, said they'd consider helping implement it. But not everyone is clapping. Hamas responded with a hesitant, maybe. They accepted parts of the deal, like the ceasefire and prisoner swap, but rejected the idea of disarmament. One Hamas official told Al Jazeera, "You cannot ask a people under occupation to drop their weapons." Meanwhile, the Palestinian Authority, the rival government in the West Bank, blasted the plan as an American power grab, saying it sidelines their leadership and hands Gaza's fate to foreign hands. And inside Israel, far-right ministers accused Trump of betrayal, arguing that the plan gives Hamas a second life and compromises national security. So who's right? In reality, Trump's plan faces impossible contradictions. It demands trust. Between enemies who haven't trusted each other in 75 years. It assumes Hamas will willingly give up its weapons. It assumes Israel will step back after years of war. And it assumes the world will pour billions into rebuilding a land that could, at any moment, ignite again. Yes, Trump's plan is more balanced than his earlier proposals. It doesn't call for forced resettlement. And it recognizes, at least indirectly, the idea of Palestinian self-governance. But it also leaves dangerous gaps. Who guarantees Hamas won't rearm? Who controls Gaza's borders? And what happens when the transitional government overstays its welcome? Without answers to these questions, peace may last only as long as it takes to reload. So, will Trump's Gaza peace plan succeed? It could, if every piece falls perfectly into place. If Hamas disarms, if Israel cooperates, if Arab states fund reconstruction, and if the world truly commits. But history suggests otherwise. In the Middle East, every peace deal begins with hope and ends with headlines of rockets and ruins. Maybe Trump's plan will be different. Maybe not. Either way, one thing is certain. If this plan fails, Gaza won't just need peace. It will need a miracle. What do you think? Could this be the beginning of a new era, or just another page in an endless war? Tell us your thoughts below. And as always, think again.